This time we head toward Truman Lake in Osage Bluffs. We have to brave some major wind, so we go out to eat. And we make pumpkin bread, so stick around.
I think they're done, hon. Well, it's...
Good morning.
Good morning.
We've had a very rough experience.
Yeah, it's Saturday morning.
First of all, we're down by Truman Lake.
Yes.
We are not at Truman Lake State Park, although that's where we wanted to go.
That was our plan.
Because they're having a managed hunt there. So
Yeah.
for all of you out there who like camping in Missouri state parks, before you go to any state park in September, October, November, you better be calling to see if they got a managed hunt.
I think most of the time during the regular open season of the campgrounds to October in Missouri, you're fine. But
Yes.
this is the first weekend in November, and next weekend is regular
Firearm
season for deer here in Missouri. So, and we never even thought about it.
No, we didn't.
We looked on the website, and I think there's like 5 or 6 campgrounds, different ones in the state park, but there's only one that says it's open year round.
So long story short,
We couldn't camp there.
we couldn't camp there, so we are at a Corps of Engineers
Yep,
campground.
and this is the Osage Bluff.
Recreation area, I think
Yeah.
is what they call it. Now, we love the site we're in. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got waterfront views. I mean, it's
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
The view of the lake, yeah.
Except it rained last night.
It
We had
rained.
a cold front come
Yep.
through, and it's just windier and all get out.
And it's
We
right
can't-
out of the north, and that's where we're on a north-facing hill.
We
so.
can't cook breakfast. This is like when we were in Michigan and we couldn't fix baked spaghetti. Remember that?
Yeah, because
So,
that's the only bad disadvantage of our cooking setup is we pretty much have to be outside to do very much. I mean, we can do the little cook stove and do something inside, but
yeah, but we were going to fix, and we are today, some point today, we're going to fix pumpkin bread.
yes.
It's that time of year.
So anyway,
So we're going to look through this campground, see if we can find us
maybe,
some place that's a little better sheltered, not quite so windy.
yeah.
And we're going to go eat breakfast. So
And Iris is with us, but unfortunately she can't go and ride in the truck for too long.
and
Because
we
we're
discovered
gonna go check out some breakfast. So she'll probably have more fun in the camper. So we just left her in there for right now.
that we found out one thing about her, though, didn't we?
What's that?
She hates the wind.
Yeah, she
It scares her.
didn't mind the wind going down the road with the head out the
No.
window like all dogs, but that's a different story. So anyway, all right, we're gonna regroup and kind of
Go
head out,
eat.
and we'll get back to you.
Back in time. Whoa.
Well, we just left the Rusty Skillet restaurant.
That was good.
Yep, better than trying to be out in the wind and nasty and whatever. So
I think we're changing our plan. I think we're going to fix what we're going to do for tonight for supper for the only one for today.
yeah, we'll see. All right, see you back at camp.
Take the next right onto Osage Bluff Access Road.
Park.
Continue on Osage Bluff Access Road for half a mile.
We are taking a little driving tour, and there are quite a few sites here right along the shore of the lake that are just beautiful. They've got the regular amenities, but they are basic. There's no electric, but they still got, like all the sites here, they got your picnic table, a hook for your lantern, they've got fire pit, and but there's no on this side of the road next to the lake, there's no electric. Across the road here over the other side of the street here, of course, they have electric. Looks like all the pads here are gravel pads, and the only thing I see that some of them you gotta watch, they're not very long, are they, Angel?
No, they're not.
A lot of them are pretty long. Ours is plenty long where we are at site 25, but there are quite a few that are not very long, but they're fairly level. They're not too bad as far as...
Some of them are very close together, as in they might be family, but each one has a site.
Yeah, there was a couple I noticed that were basically camper or family one with only one labeled as one site. So I don't know how they priced them, but right now on this off season, which I think is like most of Missouri stuff, is from November through March. Surprisingly, even this with electric spots are only
$10.
$10 per night, which is pretty amazing. Okay, well, after our breakfast and our little quick driving tour,
And we're going past the shower house, which is closed right now.
just like the Missouri State Parks. This, of course, is the Corps of Engineers Park, and I don't think we've ever stayed at Corps of Engineers, at least in Missouri, have we? That I know of. Today it's been a long time ago. They were coming up on our spot. This is spot 25 over here.
Little Iris is in there waiting on us.
Yeah, and neat, we got right down below us is a neat little circle turnaround with some of these other sites on the outside of the loop that are right along the shore.
But they don't have electric.
No, the ones on the outside like this right along.
Now, this is not a campground if you have a very big rig that you should bring here.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. There are some that are pretty good size.
24 is a family site. It's only one.
Yeah, double spot, but there's only one. But it also is primitive, no electric.
Yes.
Then we get back to ours in 25, and it is got electricity when you go back up the hill. Well, we got back to camp. We kind of halfway set up a few things, and well, there's Iris. She's here. We'll show her in a minute. She's out here having fun, but
The wind is pretty ridiculous.
yeah, still bad. We're kind of hunkered down over here beside the camper out of the wind, but
Or sort of out of the wind.
sort of wind. Iris, that's enough, honey. It's crazy because when we were over at Warsaw, which is only about 6 miles, it's a pretty good place to go. They got all the amenities, Walmart and all that kind of stuff if you forget something, and restaurants and things. But the crazy thing was, 2 days ago, we had a record high of almost 80 degrees.
It was over 80, wasn't it?
Right at 80, I think, up at home. And then last night, that cold front and rain came in, and we were at the restaurant eating breakfast this morning. It said it was 41 degrees, and it felt like 33. So, pretty crazy.
More like 22.
Yeah, it felt like it. We're not used to it. So we made us some pressed coffee, and we're kind of sitting here relaxing and watching the sun finally come out a little bit. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a good day, but it's going to be a little windy.
Are just a-rolling.
It's supposed to get up to about 60 degrees today, so hopefully it'll end up being a nice day. So we'll see you here in a bit. Here is our site 25, along with fire pit, picnic table, and electric hookups. And here we are. I'm at the very back of a campsite, and you look behind me. See behind me, you can see a beautiful view right out of the back of a camper of the lake. This is kind of on the south side, so this wind's pretty rough this morning coming out of that north. But yeah, it's great seeing out here. You can see right down below us are those other campsites we just drove by that are beautiful right on the shore, but they unfortunately do not have any electricity. And we're not too far, right back up the hill. Unfortunately, it's not open. Right up there is the restroom and shower house. Well, this morning was our original plan, right? To do.
We were going to have this pumpkin bread for breakfast, but as you can tell, it's still windy, but the clouds are gone.
Yeah,
we got beautiful sky. So we're going to go ahead and try to make the pumpkin bread.
Probably going to be afternoon snack, and then we'll have plenty left for tomorrow
morning.
So.
And dessert
tonight for supper, yeah. So Angel's going to start it, and I'll probably do the baking. So I'm going to get out of here, and Angel get started with the yummy pumpkin bread. It is that time of the year, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, early November. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, now, we believe in premixes. It's windy enough. I'm not going to put it in just yet. In here's got my spices, my flour, my sugar, baking powder, and baking soda. Yes, Mom, it's both baking powder and baking soda. First thing I'm going to put in here is my 3 eggs. 1. Ooh, that egg broke real good. 2. 3. Oop. I dropped a big eggshell in there. Now I'm going to mix this up just a little bit. To that, I'm going to add a whole can of pumpkin. Now, you guys are going to say, well, where's your milk? There ain't no milk in this recipe.
Now, this is, you can buy pumpkin pie filling, correct? And you can also just buy canned pumpkin, and that's what this is.
No, it calls for plain old pumpkin.
That's what I just said.
Not pie filling.
I know. Plain pumpkin.
It's either pumpkin, you can make it, it's probably about 2 cups of pumpkin.
Yeah, not the pie filling
No,
stuff.
not the pie filling. Alright, that's all I'm going to get out of there with a spoon.
In case you're kind of wondering, we're trying to stay a little bit out of this wind by hunkering up around the camper close.
We're using the camper as our windbreak.
Instead of over by the back of the chuck box.
Okay, now, I'm going to mix this up as best I can. And then to this is 2 sticks of butter, or what would that be, honey? 2 sticks of butter.
1 cup.
1 cup. Okay, now, you don't want your butter hot, or your margarine hot. And yes, I said margarine, not butter. It's about the only recipe we cook with margarine.
I think it's just something to do with maybe the texture or something.
I don't know. It calls for margarine. We've never done it with butter, so I don't know how butter would react to it. Mix that up, get it all nice and incorporated. See? That's how that's going to look. And then to that, I'm not going to add this all at once because the wind is terrible out here. And add about that much.
These premixes are sure handy, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
We're out camping.
And you know, this is like having a box, a box.
Yeah, it is. It's homemade box
Pumpkin
mix.
bread, right. That's it, a homemade box mix. I'm gonna lose that. Afraid my bowl might roll away, the red bowl. See how it's coming together? And oh, it smells like pumpkin bread now, even before it's cooked. Hey, honey, we better say something about something that's coming out, don't you think?
Oh yeah. And this is a recipe that is
One
gonna
of
be
the many.
in
Our
the
cookbook!
cookbook is coming out. We have the final proof. Right now we're going through this weekend, double checking little minor things. And then once we get that done, it'll go back to their publishers. And if we get it there by this
Tuesday.
Monday,
No,
2
Monday.
days from now, they say they will have it printed before Christmas. So,
And even if it's after Christmas, we can have a belated Christmas thing, but
we haven't got all the details on ordering yet. We're probably going to definitely do by mail, old-fashioned. You can mail a check in. And we're still working on probably plans for maybe doing another type of payment, either through an Amazon store and or Venmo or something like that. We'll get back with you on that.
okay. Now, does it look like we needed any more liquid?
No, doesn't look like it
Nope,
to me,
it
does
doesn't
it?
look like it to me either. Now, you do want to kind of get all the lumps and bumps out. And then, honey, it's your turn now.
Guess I better go get the charcoal going.
Yep. Well, this is sweets. When there's sugar involved, what do? You line your Dutch up.
We always do.
And we gotta make sure our lineage don't leave.
We just used
Aluminum foil.
aluminum foil and some cooking spray. Parchment paper will work too, whichever you like.
Hey, Wade, in the
Yes.
bottom back in the back of the check box area is the bowl along with the spatula.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Yes, I need the spatula. Huh? It's underneath the table on the shelves of the Dutch ovens. Door side. Bottom shelf. Oh, you got it. Okay. See that?
There you go, hon.
Thank you. That's what I get for being super efficient. Never works. Okay. Now, we do not believe in them other cooking shows where they do not get all their yum yum out. Don't do it any good leaving it in the pan.
If you're done now, when you spread out a little bit bottom, I'll come in close for that.
Okay, just a minute. Don't blow away. And this bakes for about 40 to 45 minutes. Or until golden brown and done. You insert not a Q-tip,
Toothpick.
toothpick. And that's it. Ready to go, honey.
You see the charcoal's ready. Couple more minutes. We'll be ready.
Yep.
Okay, charcoal's ready.
Gotta come clear over here and get it.
Dump this off so I don't wear all the ashes. I might move the wind guard a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing.
I'm gonna step in front real quick. If I get on this side. Yeah. You better talk about wind again, honey.
Yeah, wind is a very bad enemy when we're charcoal cooking. So,
Any kind of outdoor cooking. Unless it's a barbecue grill, propane barbecue grill.
Yeah.
And then even then, I think it'd take some of your heat away, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'm sure. Okay, we're doing 24 pieces of charcoal. This is it. 10-inch Dutch oven. We're gonna put 8 on the bottom.
Now, since this is a 40 to a 45 minute cook, we might have to replenish, but I doubt it. It all depends on
see what.
how well it cooks.
Now on top, we're just gonna put a standard little ring. And then we're going to put kind of 4 in the middle.
And his classic checkered board pattern.
That's right. Set our timer. We're going to go ahead and hopefully it won't take the full 45 minutes. So we're going to rotate every 10. But first, wind guard back on. Okay, we'll see you back in 10 minutes. Hey. Well, we checked at 30 minutes.
And it wasn't quite done.
Yeah, we stuck on the toothpick and it still was a little bit gooey.
Now we did not replenish. We just turned the Dutch oven. You turn the lid one way and the Dutch oven the other.
I got my lids.
So we're gonna check and see if it's done. It was almost there.
Yeah, it's been a total 40-minute cook time now.
Oh, look at it now, honey. Come out clean. Clean.
All right.
Clean.
I think what's done.
I think it is too.
Okay.
We're going to have to let it rest a few minutes before we can cut it. But I tell you what, I'm ready for this taste to fall.
Smells wonderful.
Yes,
okay, we'll take it off the fire and let it cool a few minutes.
Can we cut it? Can we cut it? Can we cut it?
Okay, it's been resting long as we can stand it. So
Man, it
it's time to
smells
cut it.
good. I'm going to let him cut because he cuts better than I do. Make sure it's an even piece now.
I will.
You cut, I pick, right?
Yep.
I get this one. I want that one. There we go. Look at that. It's moist. Hello-y. Oh man.
Perfect.
Nice and moist.
Well, I think I'll try this recipe. Pretty darn good in it.
Yep, it is good. And you know something? I hate to say this, but this does it for this video.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stop here and then see what else we're gonna do this afternoon, and then tonight we'll have to. We're gonna cook out tonight, but I think we're gonna wait
Well, I think
before we
we're
do a
gonna
lot of cooking tonight in this wind and
throw something together we got in the pantry and
then
just
hopefully tomorrow
eat
night
it.
we'll actually cook over the fire.
It's too windy to even start the fire today.
Yeah, a little windy.
So we hope you liked this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. I don't know why that's such a tongue twister. That's a like. Share us on Facebook or Instagram. If you try this recipe, tell us how you like it.
Yeah.
Give us a comment. That helps us out. And subscribe if you haven't. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching. Bye. Next week on Pole House Black Pot Weekend Getaways, we check out Truman Hydroelectric Dam. We visit Warsaw's Bike and Hiking Park. And finally, we bake dessert burritos.